So how does drama therapy work with children and young people? Well, let's take an example of a child who's recently experienced a traumatic situation, who might not feel able to talk about that situation or indeed their feelings about it. Perhaps as a result even they're demonstrating challenging behaviours or increased anxiety levels, perhaps withdrawal at school or socially, or any other noticeable changes. The same child might, however, be able to explore these experiences through story, through character, perhaps by using role play and puppets. Because it's make-believe, it provides a safe distance that the child can explore the experiences and re-go over those feelings without it feeling too real and too daunting and scary for them. And perhaps once they're able to do this, they might be able to explore this scenario but with a different ending, so essentially allowing the child to gain a sense of control over that situation that they didn't have control over at the time. Or let's look at a different example. Let's think for a moment about children with special needs, perhaps a teenager with autism or a child who can only communicate non-verbally. For these individuals, understanding the world around them and being accepted by that world and experiencing those differences and the difficult feelings that come with that. For these individuals, a therapy like drama therapy, which takes the emphasis away from talking about problems and instead about exploring them in the body or through sound or through other ways, can really allow these children and young people a chance to have their experiences valued in a way in which they feel understood. And on the other side of thinking for a moment about children with special needs, perhaps a child who is unable to form relationships with peers or family members even. The movement with touch element to the work can explore this through creating awareness of the body and eventually awareness of other bodies in the space, which is essentially the first building blocks to exploring building relationship with others. But most of all, drama therapy offers the chance for support through these difficult feelings, with the therapist just there alongside the child, without the child ever feeling the pressure of having to talk about what they went through or the feelings that they're experiencing. The overall aim of all the work I do with children and young people, and indeed of all drama therapists working with any client group, is to provide a safe space in which that individual can be met at wherever they are at that day, without any judgment forming and without any anxieties of having to do anything. And through that, them feeling the support and having built that relationship up with the child, that they can open up to talk about their feelings if they want to, or maybe just to explore themselves and feel free to do that in a space without any fear of repercussions. So which children might be referred for drama therapy? Well, pretty much any child might be referred for, depending on what they're going through at any particular moment. But some of the most common referrals, if you like, certainly that I work with, are children with special needs, so in special schools, or children in mainstream schools as well with autism and mild learning difficulties. And then also thinking about children with behavioural problems and perhaps children with low self-esteem, confidence issues, perhaps children that are experiencing different transitions, maybe transitions into a foster care or transitions into a new school or a new area, moving from year 6 to a high school, for example. There really is such a large range of reasons for referring a child to drama therapy. And the great thing about working with children and young people is that nearly every child has that innate ability to play, which makes them a really suitable candidate for a therapy like drama therapy. If you're unsure whether your child is suitable for drama therapy and think you might be interested, do feel free to give me a call or drop me an email and we can have a chat about the individual circumstance in more detail.